Hey, what is going on? Boy, I haven't even started recording this show. What a dummy. Okay, I must. Okay, we good? Check. All right. Hey, what's going on, folks? This show comes to you each and every weekday. At about this exact same time, it is the 31st of March, 2021, coming to you from the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. The Eric Zane Show podcast begins now.
Hey, this is Patriot Nick, and you're listening to the Eric Zane Show podcast, where if you don't like what the host says, he'll threaten to fight you in the streets.
Hey, I'm a girl.
Oh, wait, that's not the right clip.
Guess I have to fight you in the street now.
Oh, there you go. Now here's your host,
I'll fight you in the street.
Eric Zane.
I don't care where it is. I will fight you in the street.
Thank you, Nick. Oh my God, I almost got choked. Welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast, daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. It's an on-time start. That is officially a habit. The on-time start. Listen to Jimmy Stinson. That funky. Listen to that. And to me, that sounds impossible. I'm always in awe of people who play guitar. People who sit there and they just meticulously, effortlessly do their thing on a guitar. I don't care if it's simple as just 3 chords and the truth. Oh, my God, I love that. I love it when people... I love the guitar, okay? By the way, bass is underrated. A lot of times you really got to search, and Dirk, you'll attest to this. You got to really listen to hear what's going on with the bass. But the bass is the type of thing that if you listen to any piece of music, rock music, not the garbage music that Kenny listens to, but that you listen to any type of music, let's say rock and roll, and they start with just the guitars, but no bass. Maybe in the drums or the singer singing. And then when the bass comes in, it just brings that thud to it. That kind of, oh, okay, yes. Now this is what I want. I want that low end. And then the second the bass player stops, you're immediately like, oh, man, what happened to the balls in this song? It's gone. What happened to this thing? It just became a piece of shit. I need some bass. We used to do a bit on Freeburn Hotwings where we would like make fun of bass just to piss off bass players. But the fact of the matter is, you gotta have the bass. And then if you listen closely enough, you can hear what they're doing when they take a walk or however they do what they do. If it's not there, it's like, what's going on? Holy crap. And then, so getting back to the people who play the guitar, I'm just like, God, it's just the best. And then you get the guys who can actually play and sing at the same time. I can't even talk on my own. How do you do that? How can you be doing these 2 crazy tasks at once with such amazing proficiency? It's really, really fantastic. My God, music is absolutely great. That's right. I'm breaking down music on the Eric Zane Show podcast. Check out the show on Facebook, facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page. That's brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. You guys still looking for a new mechanic over there? Keep me updated on that. I don't want to be talking about it if you already hired somebody, you know? All right, so there's that. Thank you. A Periscope video on Twitter, brought to you by Blue Frost IT, at Eric Zane Show on Twitter. Please retweet it with a snarky comment. That would be nice. And by the way, on Facebook, share that thing, like it, all that stuff. You know how it works by now. And then on YouTube, the almighty YouTube, Eric Zane Show on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and thumbs up button on that deal. Thank you so much for checking this show out. And then I'm also on Instagram. We're not live or anything on that, but Instagram is all one word, Eric Zane Show. Brought to you. Everything has a brought to you. Brought to you by the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. Quickest way to reach me, email Eric at ericzaneshow.com. on the Shoreliner Striping inbox. As you know, the show, just about everything is sponsored. Sponsors all over the place as we make our way in the cluttered podcast world, radio world. You know what's crazy is even people that listen to radio shows these days, they don't actually get the show through the actual radio. They either stream the station or most would listen in like when they post a replay or something like that. It's really stunning how few people are actually not even using a radio. But the only time that they could potentially use a radio would be in their car for the 6-minute commute, which they'll probably hear 6 minutes of commercials as they drive to work. And it's really a shame because no one even has radios inside of the workplace or at home. It's very, very rare, very, very strange that it's come to that the actual thing that you need to listen on, nobody even has a damn thing anymore. If I ever got back on the radio, it might be a good idea to show up like every day at like 3 p.m. and hand out like free radios to people so that they can actually listen to you. And they're going to get the thing in their hand. They're going to be like, what is this? How does it work? Oh my God, this is the dumbest thing in the world. You expect me to listen on this? I got my fucking phone, you idiot. Hang on. Got kind of like a jizz throat day going today. Slept in a little, so running a little bit late. But listen, I have got some hilarity for you because as I indicated to you, for this past 3-4 days, I'm trying to focus on eating foods based on like Mediterranean dishes with no red meat. And if there is any meat, it's going to be fish or turkey or something like that. And this is all in an effort to live longer. So it's going okay. And yesterday, this ended up working out fantastic. It was yet another win. And I was really surprised at this because when I looked at the list of ingredients, I was like, well, I only like half of this shit that I'm making this freaking recipe with. Well, I shouldn't say like. I'll just say like I haven't really had a lot of high point flavor moments with Italian parsley or flat parsley and spinach, for God's sake. And olives, I just recently started to eat. I don't know. It took me this long to develop a taste for olives. What? Like, I don't sit there and crave olives, black or green, but for some reason, I can handle it now. There's 2 other foods I cannot handle. Water chestnuts, but the all-time worst is beets, red beets. It's so bad that when my wife is eating red beets, I get nauseous. They look like candy. But, oh, my God, I had 2 bad experiences when I was a child with those 2 foods. And they both involved actually puking on my plate because my mother, God rest her eternal soul, she was the type of mom that she didn't ask you if you liked it. I mean, back in the day, they would just make anything, and then they'd put it in front of you. And if you don't eat it, they'd either kick your ass or they'd make you sit there all day or they'd shove the fucking food in your face. I mean, nowadays, parents are like, if the kids say, I don't want to eat, get this shit away. The parents are like, oh, okay, all right, sorry, I made you mad. Sorry about that. So I never did that. I just tried to make foods that the kids would eat, okay? I wouldn't experiment with some weirdo shit to a kid. With a kid, it's all like, chicken nuggets and friggin' spaghetti, French fries. That's a good shit you give a kid. You don't give a kid beets and fucking water chestnuts. My mom did. And I hope right now she's looking down from heaven and just laughing her ass off. Mom, what the hell were you doing? Twice I actually went and puked on the plate. Both times I won. She took the plate away. She got a plate full of Chinese food with I'm sorry, I'm going to get canceled now. With water chestnuts in it and puke. And my brother Mike's laughing his ass. I was like, oh my God, you asshole. You just puked on your plate. I'm like 10. Ugh. Beets, same thing, man. Nobody liked the beets. We're all like, and so when my wife sits there and shovels these things in, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, you animal? Beets. Just they're so good, and they're so good for you. You should love these. Now, you know what, man? No way. Drawing the line at the beets. Screw you. Oh, she eats them like she puts them in like a Greek salad, and she's like, "Oh my god, I just like." Well, why don't you eat them more then? Why? How come we're not eating these more often? Oh, and I am not picky, but these two things, forget it. Okay, so I'm getting this meal prepared. Okay, it's called triple green pasta. Penne pasta, about 8 ounces of penne pasta. And you heat up a little bit of olive oil. And I had all these ingredients ready to go. And I have all these little teeny bowls full of the ingredients. Quarter tablespoon of nutmeg, quarter tablespoon of kosher salt, quarter teaspoon of this, that, all this stuff ready to go. So that because when I make it, I like to actually be grabbing shit and just dumping it in. I don't like the heat to get on the food too long because I'm fumbling with the stupid spoon to get the right amount in, and then taking the top of it off and then dump. I want to be ready because too much heat for too long on the food, especially something like spinach, which gets super wilty, is going to mess up the food. You don't want to do that. You want to stick to the recipe. If it says heat it on medium heat for 30 seconds, they don't mean a minute and 30 seconds. They mean 30 seconds. So I like to have all this stuff ready. As I'm preparing all my little magic bowls to dump in and do my thing, my Gordon Ramsay thing, I realize I don't have 2 ingredients. I don't have any garlic, cloves of garlic, and I don't have any pepper in like a, like you buy the McCormick thing and you turn it it's a grinder, okay? It's got the peppercorns in it, and then you just flip it over, and I don't even have a grinder. So Diana's out with the NFK at Walmart. I go, look, I'm going to get everything ready for this meal. When you come, can you get me some garlic? Because they got a grocery at this Walmart. Get me some garlic. Get me a pepper grinder. Okay, great. No problem. So I get everything else ready, and I have to chop 2 cups, finely chopped, of this Italian parsley or flat parsley. So I'm doing, and with stems. So no big deal if you get the stems in it. So I choppy, and it's perfect. It's like the right size. You don't want too big of a piece of parsley. You want it, if it says chopped, fine. Chop it fine. Put it all in a bowl. I've got, I even take with the spinach for this meal. I use a scale. So if it says 5 ounces of spinach, I put 5 ounces of spinach on the thing. I've got 5 perfect ounces of the baby spinach leaves. Okay, ready to go. And then it's time. Diana shows up. She's got the last 2 ingredients I need. I've been waiting. And the pasta's already made. All I got to do is put it all together. This is the fun part. I'm excited about this. I've been looking forward to this meal. I even have these green olives, and they came. They weren't pitted, so I had to slice the olives one by one to equal the required amount. These green olives, these certain type of olives, I forget what they're called. But okay, so I got all my stuff. I am stoked, ready to go. She shows up with the garlic. She shows up with the pepper grinder. Okay, I take 3 cloves of garlic. I flatten it, and I bust off the husks. I chop it fine. It's like that scene in frickin' what was it, Goodfellas? Yeah, when the guy's cutting the cloves of garlic with a razor blade so that it liquefies in the pan. Nah, it wasn't quite like that, but I'm chopping it. It's minced. Okay, and none of that jar shit. Do not buy that garbage jarred garlic that just sits in your fridge for like 8 years, okay? And you use it once, and it just stays in there. It stinks up the whole fridge. Do not use that. You must go with fresh garlic every single time, dum-dum. Mince it all up. I'm ready to go. I heat the oil, okay, on medium. I drop 1/4 teaspoon of crushed red pepper into the, and so it's going to have a little heat on it, this dish, okay? Crushed red pepper. And then I add the garlic. Okay, 30 seconds only. 30 seconds only. Then I add the parsley. Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute only. Then, once that's done, you're going to add the spinach. It's all happening very fast. The spinach, the nutmeg, the salt, a couple other things. I forget what. That might be it. But you add the pepper, too. Now, I haven't yet. I realize, holy shit, I don't even have the freaking plastic off of the pepper grinder. And I haven't done the grindy thing into a bowl to give me a quarter teaspoon. So I gotta grind it right into the cast iron pan. Okay, I got this big cast iron pan. The big mountain of spinach is on top of it because it hasn't wilted. I've thrown the nutmeg in there. And now all I got to do is put the pepper in, and then the heat is going to wilt that spinach. It's going to get reduced. All the water is going to leave it. It's going to be all weird and stringy, but that's what you want, mixed with the parsley. That's going to make like this. And then you're going to add the pasta, okay? The pasta goes to it, and then you add a half cup of grated fresh Parmesan cheese. Not the stuff in the can, asshole. Grated fresh Parmesan, the stuff that costs like $9 for the triangle in the cheese section. Good cheese. You've shredded it ahead of time. That's the last thing you're going to put in after you take it off the heat, and then it is all going to melt inside of there, and it tasted awesome. It was absolutely a hit. The olives, you add those two. It was such a hit, even with all those weirdo ingredients that I don't normally eat, and for sure Madison doesn't eat. She loved it. Madison loved this 3 green pasta. No meat, low calories, no cholesterol, hardly any cholesterol. Oh, my God. It was absolutely a dream, but it did not go entirely as planned. Before we could enjoy it, this is what happened. I grabbed that pepper grinder, I rip off the plastic, and I flip it over, and I'm going to grind my pepper corn, right into it till I'm eyeballing roughly what would be a quarter teaspoon of black pepper. However, the plastic thing that you spin, I grabbed too much of it, and I didn't turn the grinder. I opened the whole fucking thing. And every single peppercorn that was in that thing goes into my spinach and my whole thing. I'm done. This is all I got to do is heat all this shit up. And now, fuck. The whole thing's fucked. Can you imagine? There's the whole thing of peppercorns in the fucking cast. And I'm like, oh my God. This thing is fucked. So what am I going to do? I'm like, holy shit. I turn off the heat. I pull it off because, everything's starting to wilt now. I mean, it's time. And I go, well, I'll just pick out piece by piece the spinach and then lift each individual peppercorn out of this scalding hot pan and it'll be fine. And I'm like, yeah, right. I'm looking into this crystal ball in front of me, and it's like, yeah, you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna take one bite of that, and then you're gonna bite into a whole peppercorn, and it's gonna ruin everything in your mouth, and the whole thing is screwed up. Everybody's gonna hate you. Your wife's gonna leave you. Your kid's gonna call you an asshole. Stop it. So I actually pulled out individual pieces of spinach. And then was able to get out, it's full of peppercorn. So there's plenty of once the pan cooled down, I could actually scoop out with my hands peppercorns and put them back in the stupid jar or the container so that I can actually grind it when I need it. I was able to get most of it back into the thing because there was an abundance of it on the pan. It was horrible. Threw everything away. And just started over. Gordon Ramsay's in my face, said, "You fucking donkey, stupid fucking asshole." I'm like, oh, shit, I know, Gordon, I'm terrible. Started all over, man. I re-minced the garlic, got more of the parsley, chop, chop, chop. It's tough chopping parsley, make 2 whole chopped cups. Oh, my God. I was so disappointed in myself. But I did the right thing. Just start over. Okay, don't try to fix it, idiot. It's going to be the worst thing ever. You're better off cutting your losses, starting all over. Do not sit there and try to finagle your way through it like a dick. Everybody's going to hate you. And so it worked. And I was like, boy, I thought you were getting set to wrap this up. We're a little hungry in our tummies. And I go, yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, I know. It's just a little. I just had to tweak it a little. It just need a little more TLC, and it'll be, it's good. It was the whole pans full of peppercorns. Like, oh, my God. And when that happened, I was so fucking pissed that I thought to myself, well, this is horrible. This is horrible, and there isn't a fucking thing funny about this. There is no way I would ever tell this on my show. There is no way anybody would find this amusing in any way ever, because this is so terrible. This is a huge problem to me. This is as big as getting cancer. And I was just pissed. I'm like, and then so after about 15 minutes, actually about 3 minutes, I was like, God, that's fucking funny, man. Because if you imagine my face when I'm like, okay, here we go. Let's grind this pepper up. And I go to turn the thing, and all of a sudden, what was a clear, all I could see was the peppercorns in the glass little container on the McCormick grinder. All of a sudden, gravity pulls every single one of those corns out, and it's gone. They're all gone. What the fuck just happened? They're all in the pan. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. It was terrible. Oh, God. It was just, that doesn't happen to me that often these days. I'm usually I don't rush my way through the kitchen, but that time I did. The one time I was like, oh, my God, I don't want any more heat on this shit. I don't even have the plastic off my pepper grinder. My God. Sure enough, that's what happened. Okay. But the recipe was a hit, man. And I feel good because I ate normally. Now, I washed it down with 3 sugar cookies. You got to have a little dessert. I mean, that's the one thing I get. Okay. I ate, the whole day, but I got to have like 3 sugar cookies with milk. And they're homemade. Jason's mother made those. They're awesome. That's all. That's the only thing I did wrong. Well, no, I take it back, because then after the sugar cookies, we have these snack pack puddings, which are way too small. Okay, they need to be about 5 times the size of what they are. I freaking love pudding. We never get it, and we have it because when Madison got her teeth pulled, we're like, oh yeah, she's gonna need some soft food, so we got these snack. Oh my God, are those great? Pudding is awesome. Jesus, what an awesome thing that is. So I obliterate a vanilla. And then I go, oh, shit, man, I want more. There's a butterscotch. You ever have butterscotch pudding? Oh, it's just the best, dude. Destroyed that one, too. So did okay up until the dessert. But you know, what the hell? I'm not eating red meat. I want to get the cholesterol down, and snack pack puddings are not going to raise my cholesterol, as far as I know. Okay. Then it was basketball time. As I was screwing up that recipe, I'm watching Gonzaga. I guess it's either or, isn't it? From out of Spokane, Washington. There hasn't been a team. Indiana went wire to wire. No losses during the year. Stormed through the tournament, win the title. There's been a few other teams that have knocked on the door of it since then, but haven't done it. Gonzaga goes to the Final Four after they destroy USC. From the opening tip, USC had no chance in hell. There's really nothing to say other than just it was 40 minutes of ass kicking. USC had no chance in this game. The only thing that was in doubt in the basketball game was the life of the ref, who everybody thought croaked on the court. Oh, my God. He didn't. He ended up being okay, but that was fucking horrible. PTSD for your old pal Eric, who saw, what the hell was that guy's name? Zeke, what was it? Zeke Upshaw? Was that the guy's name? I would feel bad if I couldn't remember it. Yeah, it was Zeke Upshaw of your Grand Rapids Drive. I watched Zeke Upshaw die on the court. I'll never forget that. I'm sitting there at the scorer's table. I actually happened to see the guy because he didn't have the ball at the time. Zeke Upshaw, the Grand Rapids Drive a few years ago. And he was away from the play, opposite side of the court from where I was sitting. And all of a sudden, he just falls down. And he's gone. And I'm like, what? And I actually turn to my spotter and I go, I think Zeke just died. And he goes, what? I go, look, I think he just died. Everybody rushes over. And my first thought was he had a heart attack. And it turns out he did. But what got me in that was the team doctor is there, and then the trainer is there, and then somebody comes running out of the court, a young lady with a defibrillator. And it was never used. I don't know why it wasn't used. I don't know what happened. But and I think there was a lawsuit. I don't know how ultimately how that turned out. I think some money did change hands, but that was it. That was one of the most horrible things I've ever seen in my entire life. So that's the first thing I thought when this ref goes down. I mean, he's out, and not moving, eyes closed, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, holy shit!" And so everybody's panicking. People are around him circling, and I'm waiting to see somebody doing chest compressions on this ref in the Gonzaga USC game. They go to commercial. They come back, and they're wheeling him off the court, and he's sitting upright, and he's awake. But he's like, oh boy, not so good. But I don't even think, though. I think that he came around, and I don't even think he was hospitalized. So I don't know what the hell happened to him, but I guess he's okay, so that is a good thing. USC is like, this is the only chance we've got of getting back in this game is to pause it because the ref nearly dies on the court. That would be terrible. All right. So that's it. Gonzaga goes to the Final Four. Then you've got Michigan against UCLA. No, I did not see live any bit of this game. But when I woke up, the first thing I did was check my phone, and I see that Michigan falls to UCLA by 2. And I'm like, oh, man. Again, UCLA, they were like one of the first 4 teams that had to earn their way into the field by beating Michigan State in overtime. This isn't like some crazy great team that's been dominant all year. They would be, even though they're a giant school, they would be considered a Cinderella because they ended up getting the 11th seed after winning the play-in game. So, but what a run. This team has gotten super hot. And the only way it seemed like they had a chance against Michigan, that would be to, hit every shot they took. And they were just incredible. Michigan from the get-go, this game was back and forth, I mean, it was a great game. It was a great game. But I mean, it's very, very tough. I think that UCLA could have beaten just about anybody last night. They were really, really good. Michigan was good too, but then they had a chance late. They had 3 chances late to win this game, and they could not hit a shot, man. Can someone explain to me how when they were down 1, Wagner took that 3-pointer from way the fuck out? What happened there? And it was an air ball. It wasn't even close. It was like he would just threw it with his eyes closed at the rim. And it was such a terrible air ball. I mean, it made an air ball look good. It was worse than an air ball. It was just like he had a seizure or something and threw the fucking ball in the air for no reason. That's how shitty of a shot this was by Wagner. I was like, what the fuck happened to that guy right there? It's like he just forgot how to play basketball or something. Maybe he sneezed or something when he was shooting because it was that shitty of a shot. It was a real fucked up thing. I was like, what the fuck did you see that shot? It was horrible. And then you still Michigan had 2 more chances to either tie or send this game into overtime, and nothing was happening. Even the last half second, they had an inbound and catch and shoot, and it's 3 chances for Michigan. So UCLA survives, and they now take on this Gonzaga team who looks like an NBA team. Oh, my God. It will be an absolute miracle if UCLA beats Gonzaga. The last time a number 11 seed got to the Final Four, you remember George Mason back in the day? They went to the Final Four, and that's where their ride ended. But UCLA is going to try to be the unlikely people to ruin Gonzaga's perfect season. Boy, conventional wisdom tells you that there is no way in hell that is going to happen. That happened Saturday, April 3rd at 8:34 is the start of that game. That is the second of two games on Saturday. So holy shit. And then you've got Baylor, who's also awesome. They take on number 2 Houston. I'm sure that game is a little bit more close on the point spread. That happens at 5:14 on Saturday, April 3rd. My God, what a great tournament. Just awesome. If you're a Michigan fan, though, you're pissed. You're like, son of a bitch. What the fuck happened with that crazy shot by Wagner? I still don't know what he was doing. Damn it. That was crazy. But UCLA moves on unbelievably. Okay, today on this show, we've got some updates for you. First of all, we know how Patriot Nick in Maine is going to go out. Thank you for the headline, Dirk. He sent this story, and he said, this is something Nick is going to do. Now, when Nick passes away at 175 years old, no doubt, he is he's able to live a long time because of the joyful laugh. And then when he actually dies, it's probably going to sound like this. And just collapse. We now know what his funeral is going to be like. We're going to talk about that. Diana bent my ear the other day, and she says, "Did you see the story about the stray dog that just wanted his baby from the dollar store?" I go, "What?" She goes, "Yeah. He would sit there and wait outside of the dollar store, this lab mix, and then the door would open, and the puppy dog would go running into the toys, and he'd grab this plush toy, just like Benny does. And then he'd try to leave the store, and they go, no, you can't take that." I go, "No, what? Is this a fairy tale?" No. And then every time the door would open, the dog would go back in and get it. Well, I'm going to talk about that story. I already basically told you the whole damn thing, but this is cute as hell. I love this story. We've got a local guy here in West Michigan who's trolling everybody, and he happens to be a county official. And we got to talk about this, what this guy is doing, and how now all these people want him fired. And there's a lot to this, and I'm going to give you my opinion on it. You might be like, "Oh, yeah, Zane, he's probably going to want this guy fired." You got to hear it. You got to hear the whole story, and then we'll decide together. Okay? All right, got an email of the day. Do I have an email of the day today? I might have an email of the day later on. I don't have one right now. You know what I don't have a lot of? I don't have an email of the day, which is fine. I mean, I can just say if you do want to be the email of the day, you can do that. Brought to you by Forever Law in West Michigan. Online at foreverlawn.com/WMI. But so that's one thing. But I don't have really even one single thing to ask my dad for Dear Meathead. Now, he's going to be with us in 26 minutes. We got Dear Meathead coming up. And all I have is on Facebook. I think it was Josh who said, "Hey, does Meathead have any favorite Easter memories or a funny Easter story?" I don't think he will. He'll probably I don't even know what Easter is. But so I am extremely lean on that, on this. I guess what I'm asking you to do is think about what's going on in your life, in your world. If you've had some things going on with even just small little questions, I might ask Dad about what to do when all the peppercorns wind up in your frying pan when you're trying to make your dinner for your family. But I need questions. Dear Meathead brought to you by JM Synthetics. Send them along. Eric@ericzaneshow.com. Or it'll kind of just be me hanging out with my dad, which is fine. I don't mind that either. But I would love for you to weigh in with any type of question you have. Even if it's personal in nature, I can keep you anonymous. All right. And then, of course, yesterday, the update. The NFK. I took the NFK, my brother-in-law, No Filter Kevin, to the podiatrist yesterday. Foot like a fish. Oh, my God. I can't imagine being a podiatrist. You must be, talk about cut from another cloth. When it comes to there's a reason why doctors make the money they make. I mean, it's wow. There's just a lot going on here that is annoying as shit to me. I just was so annoyed through this whole process. I don't know why, almost like irrationally. But to me, it all boils down to, how do you not take care of your fucking feet when they're falling apart, okay? There are lepers in the Bible who would take a look at the NFK's feet and say, oh my God, my nose just fell off, but your feet look fucked up. Yeah, I would rather have my nose falling off than your feet that look like that. Okay? Ugh. If Christ the King comes back for the second coming, or when he comes back for the second coming, and the NFK, he's gonna walk into the house here and he's gonna say, all right, first order of business is not ending poverty and making the hungry well-fed. It's not ending disease. It's I gotta put my hands on your feet, and this is gonna be a tall order. But he's gonna put on gloves first. He's gonna be like, oh my God, this is pressing. I don't know if I gotta pull out all the stops here to make this one work. Come on, Father, give me strength. Trying to heal these feet. Oh. That comes up in just a second. But again, send your emails for Dear Meathead, because I'm lean. Eric@ericzaneshow.com. The open of this podcast and the live streams brought to you by my friends at BK Guns and Stuff. No matter where you are in the USA, call upon them to repair your weaponry. All you hillbillies, don't think you can fix this yourself. It's busted. It needs a professional to look at it, okay? 616-902-2447 for BK Guns and Stuff. Whether it's cleaning it, restoring it, modifying it, whatever it may be, if the weaponry is broken, call upon BK Guns and Stuff. If you have any issues with your heating and cooling systems and you are in and around West Michigan, A&E Heating and Cooling, 616-516-8579. Utilizing and specializing in these two things, heating and cooling. Maybe even install a water cooler or a water heater for you. Definitely not a water cooler. A&E Heating and Cooling, 616-516-8579. Installing the Comfort Maker brands of furnaces and air conditioners. We're getting close now to when you're going to be scheduling to getting your air conditioning tuned up twice a year, once a year on the air conditioner, once a year on the heating system with A&E Heating and Cooling. If you need them for an after-hour service call, that's not going to be pleasant, but he will be able to fix your system. 616-516-8579. All right. Got a number of folks who are enjoying the live stream. Thank you so much. I see a lot of the usual faces, the usual names. Sarah Rook Ruck Rutch. Megan is there. Thank you. Josh. Jason Schaefer. Stevie the Toe with her red hair, matching couple, husband and wife, bright red Ronald McDonald hair. Oh, my God. Amanda, what's up? Kevin Kuiper's, fuck, man. I'm fucking hammered. Oh, fuck, man. I'm hammered.
I'm fucking hammered.
That's the despaired version of that.
Good. No beer bombs.
The rumor is Kevin threw the beer bong away.
No more beer. No more beer for Kevin.
Chug. Oh my God, I've never heard that.
There's a chair. No more beer for Kevin. No more beer.
This is when he fell.
Oh, Jesus. There's a chair.
There's a chair.
Good.
Yeah, word on the street is that Kevin said, "I am throwing it out." The beer bong is done.
No more beer for Kevin.
Oh fuck, man! Fucking hammered.
Fuck off, I'm hammered.
Fuck, man! I'm fucking hammered.
Fuck, man. I'm fucking hammered.
It's a real turning point in your health, Kevin. Consuming that beer so quickly is probably not great for your health. So it was fun while it lasted, but I think I think as it goes, it's probably not a great idea to ingest beer so rapidly. Megan already is like, yeah, time to shotgun the beers. Come on.
I need to go to bed.
Oh my God.
No more beer for Kevin.
You might have hypothermia. The best thing to do would be take your clothes off and get between your parents because skin on skin will keep you warm.
Fucking idiot. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Kevin. We need more of Jessica in there. I don't even know which. Why do I not have a clip of Jessica? Well, I don't need him. I can just do it myself. Hi, Kevin. Come on, man. Drink the Fireball. Come on, motherfucker. Come on, Kevin. Right now, Dirk's laughing. He's loving that. All right. Okay. Yesterday was a day when, I take No Filter Kevin, my brother-in-law who lives with us, to the podiatrist. The last time I spoke of this, we got into a fight because I simply just said, hey, Kevin, the podiatrist called. They want to schedule the appointment. And he snapped at me about it and lost his temper, and was immediately impatient with me. And I'm like, okay, dude, seriously, I'm your ally. I'm the one helping you. Okay, now this needs to be taken care of. And he apparently didn't think so. And so that's why it went the way it did. So that was awful. But he's been nice to me since then. Yesterday was the day that we go. So he's getting annoyed, though I can tell. He's letting his guard down about, he just doesn't like, I don't know, for some reason people are like this. And I think it's the dumbest thing in the world. I don't know why people get so antsy about seeing a physician and wanting to take care of themselves. And I don't know how he doesn't understand that he is having foot problems and how this can, how is this not adding up in your brain that this can lead to even more problems? Somebody suggested I show a picture of a normal foot or just take off my sock and show him now look at my foot and now look at your foot. Do you see the differences in feet? This is a normal foot. This is a fucked up foot. This is like you had your feet together and I brought a wood chipper into the room and fed you into the wood chipper and then pulled you out after we got to your feet and then put you back down in your chair and said, all right, go back to watching Game Show Network now with your feet like that because that's what yours look like. So we get in there and the problem is when you ask this guy any questions, you're going to get an answer that he's annoyed while answering you. And it's going to sound that way. If I'm annoyed with someone, I have the ability to filter out my disgust or something like that because I know that that's weird to people. So if somebody says something that I'm annoyed with, and what they were saying to him at the doctor's office, there was no reason to be annoyed with this. But for him, any question at all is going to lead to an annoyed tone of voice, which is so fucking uncomfortable. Okay. If I hand my insurance card and they come back and they say, oh, you know what? I think this is your prescription card. Can I get your insurance card? That should only result in me going, oopsie, no problem. Pull out my wallet, get the appropriate card out, and then hand it. Okay. That's it. What I wouldn't do is I wouldn't make all these crazy gestures that do not kind of have anything to do with the discussion. Flappy arms, snapping fingers, doing quack quack duck motion with hands, and fist pumps, and look like a rock'em sock'em robot. And I'm sitting behind him in the chair, and I'm like, "What are you doing, man? Why are you doing this to this lady? She just comes in and asks that." And he goes, I don't know, fucking shit, it's a damn thing. And he's doing all these gestures and flappy arms, and I'm like, God, fucking stop that shit. Would you just answer the fucking question? Would you just take out the other card and fucking hand it to her, put your fucking wallet in your pants, and shut the fuck up? Why do you do this? It's not okay. It's a huge problem, because she's like, wait, what did I do? And she's got that look on her face. And I just want to go, motherfucker, if you don't knock that shit off, I'm going to strangle you. Stop doing that. So he's like fucking Mark Ruffalo when he's doing the Hulk. And I'm like, dude, stop that. So she gets the card, and oh, God. And I'm just like crawling out of my skin. It's like, that should not have happened. You should not have your inappropriate responses to simple questions. Just pause and give her, well, that's a card they gave me. I go, yeah, you have another card in there, Kevin. Give her that one. Fuck. Okay. And she goes, okay, take off your shoes and your socks. Let's see those piggies. And then it's always weird because before that, they're doing like Q&A with him about, hey, so what brings you in here today? Now, he knows what brings him in here today or on that day. But he like looks at me like I made him do it. And I'm like, no, dude. Well, okay. How about we do this? Just take off the shoes and the socks, take off the Crocs and the socks, and just have a look-see at these. This is what brings us in here today. This fucking foot that looks like it's made of clay and then left in the sun, and then or made of butter and then left in the sun, and it looks like this. Okay, clay. What was I thinking? That's the problem. That's the problem with these feet. Oh my God. So, okay. He's answering her, and he's short and curt with her. And I'm like, come on, man. It's just awkward. So then the socks come off, the shoes come off, and in comes a doc. And oh my God, thank the Lord that she's seen it all. And again, you have to be a special type of person to want to work with feet. I mean, my God, how is there even one foot doctor in the world? I mean, what a disgusting line of work. To me, that is a $5 million a year job. Okay, it has to be. And she sits down there, and first they get an x-ray, actually, and they see that he's got arthritis in his feet. That's why they're completely deformed. That's what's going on there. He's got arthritis in his feet. She goes, okay, yep, that's not good. So, all right, there's that. I don't even know if there's anything to do for that. We didn't get that far. Then she had to get the clippers and go to work, and she just went to town. And I'm looking at my phone. I'm right in there in the room, and oh my God, the shit's flying everywhere. I'm like, I wish I was behind like a COVID case or something. And I'm like, oh, so yeah, she had to get very involved in the clippy, and then she got out the sander. And she's talking about the callus that is on the foot. Okay, it's horrible. It's a ton of callus, but she can't. you don't want to go and just shave at it. She's got a softer approach, and she doesn't want to go under the knife and cut off callus. It sounds horrible, but some people do that. She is more of a different approach where you put like a certain product on it that you can only get the podiatrist to kind of soften the tissue. All right. Then she says, this is what you do. And he's actually doing fairly well. And her bedside manner was perfect. So he's disarmed by her. And so I'm feeling pretty good now. He's getting the appropriate care. She says, I recommend you come back every 9 weeks. And I go, yes, absolutely. And then she said, you need to clip these nails more. Well, I'm like, okay, well, somebody's got to do that. Between Diana and I, we're going to have to draw the short straw on that deal. Okay, great. And then, so the idea is you put this medicine on the callus, on the heel, and on the balls of the feet where it looks like a fish. Okay, it's that bad. And it should clear it up with this special medicine. But then she says, you got to wash. She goes, when you wash your feet twice a day. Or she goes, when you shower, put it on, and then wash your foot again later in the day and put it on. Problem, he doesn't shower. You're like, what? No, it's true. Dude doesn't shower. I don't know how it happens, but for some reason, again, this is all part of the whole thing, the general care. And we have had these conversations. You need to take better care of your body. How is it that you're struggling with taking care of your physical being? What is going on here? So I'm like, well, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? So then we're checking out, and I go, all right, Kevy. So I'm like, well, I gotta commit. I gotta help this guy. I go, Kevy, we'll put your feet in a bucket, and I'll help you wash your feet for you. And he's like, I don't think he was down with that though, because he's like, no, I can wash them. I'll do it with the wash rag. And I'm like, oh God, I just don't see this happening. I'm like, in the back of my head, So now I don't want to, it would have to go down the road of me saying, hey, buddy, how you doing? Not bad. How's the day going? Not bad. Did you wash your feet today? Oh shit. Did you put your medicine on? I mean, I just have to assume he's going to do it. I don't know. He's not, I can't say he's not intellectually impaired at all. Okay. He, though the emotions, I mean, like I said, there's no filter. It's why we call him the NFK, no filter Kevin. But I guess at some point that conversation is going to have to happen. Are you taking care of your feet? Are you because he seemed really in tune with it. He responded very well to her. Oh boy, we shall see. So that was that, man. But when that thing started, when that lady was asking for like insurance cards and he's freaking out on her, I'm like, oh man, come on, just give her a break. I was very close to say, can you give us just 1 second here? Excuse us for just 1 second. And she's going to close the door, and I'm going to say, dude, lose the habit of losing patience with people. Just stay calm. Answer the question like an adult. Keep it short, and then that's it. Quit acting like it's the end of the world. My God. Holy shit. So dramatically terrible. I hate it so much. If we didn't have that, it would have been okay. But no, not at all. Get some merch. I've got it available for you. I've got Dear Meathead t-shirts. I've got what I love about the t-shirts, which you can get at ericzaneshow.com. Click on merch, is the fact that you can go from like 5 different types of shirts, including like a V-neck or different blends, synthetic, extra soft. And then for the t-shirts, you can get 27 different colors on the shirts. Freaking awesome. Not to mention long sleeve, those baseball jersey styles where you have the colored sleeves that come like mid forearm and with the body of the shirt white with whatever logo you want. 8 different designs. Soon to be 9. I'm about to add a colorized version of the podcaster comic book cover. Coffee mugs. Not to mention back to apparel, hoodies, crew sweatshirts, which are extremely soft, according to Megan. She loves hers. Tank tops, ladies cuts. See, like on the T-shirt, when you go to buy the T-shirt, you click male or female, so you can get the cut based on ladies' body type or a man's body type, and tons of different sizes as well. What they suck with on the shipping costs, they make up for on the choices. And then there's a number of other different products there: phone cases, bags, tapestries. You can hang on your wall, cloth tapestries, tote bags, like I said. Computer cases, masks, if you want a mask with the Eric Zane Show podcast show logo on it or one of the other designs. They're all there. 2 different types of masks, by the way. Higher quality, lesser quality. Cheaper, better. Everything has a stupid shipping charge, and I had no idea of that. So a shirt, because there's sales all the time, shirts will go from $20 to $13 on a moment's notice. They decide when that happens. But if you get a shirt for full price, $20, a T-shirt, I think your shipping cost is like $5-6, and there's like $1.50 tax on that. So it's wonky. I hate that. If you wait around to the sales, you'll be able to get it a little cheaper. I get a little less off the back end. They end up taking it out of my pocket, but if you want it cheaper, you can do it that way. I get about $2-3 a shirt. I'm not making a killing. But it helps. So thank you so much. If you've ever wanted to get any merch of mine, ericzaneshow.com, click on merch. Before we get to Dad for Dear Meathead, F45 training in Byron Center says, come on down for a week of free training. F45training.com/Byron Center. That's where you go. Fill out the form. You got a week free, and off you go. You are going to love the training at F45 Byron Center, Michigan. Really, really fantastic. You're in your own little tiled area. As they say, there's like tape on the ground. You stay in there. You walk in with your mask. They do a temperature check. You're going to obviously not have a temperature. You're going to go into your tile, take off your mask, do the workout, follow the animation on the wall. There's exercise leaders going through the field of people that are doing the workout, the 45-minute workout, correcting any poor form. And then that's it. You're done. They got showers there. They got a locker room. It's all good. F45 Byron Center, Michigan. Van Dyke Mortgage, 231-332-6505. You can get rates as low as, well, just like everybody else, damn near 2% these days. Get the mortgage before you even start looking for the home. If your credit score is great, this is an easy, painless process. It's still a painless process, a little bit more navigating if your credit score is in the dumper. But Mario Flores from the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage are up to the task, and they can make this as painless as possible for you. There are no dumb questions. Mario's been in the same boat as you, whether it's divorce, bankruptcy, laid off, whatever it may be. Bad credit, poor credit, no credit. You can get involved with Van Dyke Mortgage, and they can get you a mortgage. If not, they can tell you what steps you can take to get that credit score improved so that you can get a mortgage. 231-332-6505. Or just click on the logo at ericzaneshow.com, the emerald green Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage logo, NMLS number 3035. All right. And then there's Horizon Hydroponics, HORIZEN hydroponics.com. If you're growing anything at all indoors, getting ready for the outdoor season, get it at Horizon Hydroponics, either brick and mortar store, Alpine in Grand Rapids, Growers Outlet in Byron Center, Lansing or Kalamazoo, or buy it online at HORIZEN hydroponics.com. Orders $250 and more anywhere in the United States. The shipping is free, and use the coupon code Zane Show at checkout, and then you will save 10%. All right, we're going to get to Dad in a second. Boy, the story about Michael Rappaport and what Kevin Durant from the Brooklyn Nets starting to get ugly. A lot of people are glomming onto it. I don't know why they had a beef. Brooklyn Nets star Kevin Durant and Michael Rappaport apparently have a beef. Rappaport leaked messages from Durant on Instagram showing the two cursing and swearing and hurling insults at each other. And the all-star forward called the Friends actor a fucking pale cocksucker. Rappaport posted the purported messages on his Instagram and Twitter. As most of you know, I receive threats and disgusting messages daily, but never in my wildest dreams did I think Durant would be among them. The snake emoji himself is now threatening me, bringing up my wife, and wants to fight. This is supposed to be America's sweetheart, right? I don't know. Is he? KD didn't get hacked either. Hold this L, champ. This all sounds really dumb. All right, I need more info on that because I'm all about a good internet fight. And you know, it is a little weird when you get into a fight with somebody like in messages privately, and then one of the parties says, all right, I'm going to go tell the world about this. That's a little weird. I'll bring Dad in just a second for Dear Meathead. First of all, Dear Meathead is brought to you by my friends at JM Synthetics. Online at jmsynthetics.com. When you go there, the phone number at the top is who you want to call. That is Jason. He'll pick up the phone. Hello. Hey, Jason, I need a case of oil. Order me that shit. All right. He's going to order that for you, and then it's going to show up on your door. You can also pick it up in person at Ionia Outdoors. Go hang out with those guys. They're all wearing Trump 2024 T-shirts and MAGA hats. I'm just assuming that because it's in Ionia. Let's bring in my dad. Questions, Eric at ericzaneshow.com.
Hey, dude.
Hey, Dad. How are you?
Okay, how about you?
Never better, man. How?
All right. You don't lie to me, are you? I mean, you're not lying to me.
No way. No way.
Okay.
I feel good. I feel really, really good.
Glad to hear that, honey. I'm delighted to hear that you're feeling good and your family is feeling good. And definitely, I want to talk.
Well, yeah, as always. We always want you to talk. Want you to talk. So
hey, I wasn't interrupting your run yesterday, were you? Was I?
Are you talking about when I talked to you on the phone and I was kind of jogging?
Yeah.
Well,
I thought I'd distract you when I do that.
No, because I called you.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
that's true.
I called you.
Anyway.
I called you to say hi, and I was taking a walk, and then I felt like jogging a little bit. So yeah, I was doing a little jogging, but it was so light that I could still maintain the conversation. You know.
Yeah.
But
yeah. We're sitting here reminiscing and talking about Jimmy because he was here doing my taxes.
You mean your son Jimmy or my son Jimmy?
My son Jimmy.
Okay, my brother. Yeah.
Your brother.
Oh yeah. What were you?
Yeah, we're comparing you to him or him to you.
Yeah. What did you come up with?
We don't want to talk about it.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Bad.
It was a private conversation.
Yeah. I mean, personalities are different, and
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Just something that you were sharing some thoughts.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that was great of him to show up and do your taxes.
It was.
For you.
He spent a lot of time doing the taxes and all that for me.
Yep.
I'm really grateful to that.
Did you get any money back?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So then they're going to send it to you.
I can take you out to dinner.
Oh, that's nice. Nice. Now, are you did you get all your stimuluses that you're entitled to? You know, like they send the stimulus.
No,
check?
we haven't gotten it. I don't know if somebody stole it out of my mailbox or what. So we don't know. Hey, I'd rather see them take that money and help some poor family or something.
You mean you don't want the money?
I really don't. I'm not dying to get the money. I got enough money to survive.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's if everybody gets it, and you can do what you want with it. You can.
Yeah, I know that, but I'd rather see go to helping really needy families.
Well, that is, I mean, maybe just part of it, Dad. You don't have to give it all away.
Well,
I mean, that's yours.
we do give it to different conglomeration of people, group of people or something.
Okay. Hey, Dad. Dad, Easter's coming.
Winners. What?
Sorry, Easter's coming this weekend. Okay, so this is like Holy Week in Christianity.
Yes.
Now, are you getting to the point after you and Joanne have been inoculated that you're thinking about going back to church?
We haven't thought about going back to church right now because the church is still on a limited group of people going in there, and they don't even wear masks. I mean, we have been very adamant about protecting ourselves,
Yeah.
And then I see some people that just don't pay attention to that.
How come they don't want to wear a mask?
I don't know. We have not been to church for years.
Okay. So you're just like, I don't even want to know. I'm just not coming.
No, well, we're not. No. They're still taking limited people.
Yeah.
The number of church members going to church is limited, So
Yeah.
We're God loving ourselves. We do our own praying and whatnot.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. So big weekend, Easter weekend. Josh has a question about Easter weekend. He says, does Meathead have any favorite Easter memories from when Eric was little or a funny Easter story?
I honestly can tell you that I don't have any memories particularly for Easter or
right.
so,
Well, do you remember when we would dye Easter eggs? Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
We dye them, and then we were still under the impression that an actual bunny would come into the house and hide the eggs. Okay. So
yes, I remember that. I remember my own childhood with Easter eggs. Here's how we did it in the old days.
Yeah, this is when you were living in Iran.
In Iran.
Yeah.
We would dye eggs, maybe 3 or 4 eggs. That's the most we could do. And then we soak it in ice water. Not ice water because we didn't have ice, but cold water. It hardens the egg. At least that's how we thought. And we go to the church lot outdoors.
Okay.
And we gamble my egg against yours. We try to put bottom heads at egg to egg. If my eggs cracked your eggs on both ends of it, I take their egg. Did you know that?
Okay, so let me see if I can figure this out. You would instead of boiling the eggs, you'd put it in cold water.
And then we cook it.
In cold water?
No. We take it out and then cook it, boil it in hot water. Because that hardens it.
Okay.
And then we have like 3 good eggs that we think, and then we hit it against your teeth, see how hard it is.
Hit it against the teeth to see how hard it is. And then
the whole egg.
And then it's ready
Take
for
it in your hand and tap.
Yeah, and then
I'm serious. It's a big thing. And we go to a church parking lot. Yeah. And then everybody would have their own eggs, and we gamble on eggs.
Okay, so
it's the idea of gathering as many eggs as you can to take it home so you can have eggs.
Well, so then you would, and then if I'm understanding what you said, you would bang the egg against the other guy's egg?
Eggs, that's right. You hold it in your hand, the 2 fingers,
Yeah.
And then give them a little room so the end of the front of the egg starts tapping yours. And then in the process, if his is cracked, you take his egg.
Wow.
You won.
Yay. Nothing says Happy Easter more than gambling your frickin' hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah, we gambled. That's right. No, we didn't know anything about Happy Easter and all that.
Nothing says...
And then if his cracked, you take his egg.
Boy, what a way to honor Jesus rising from the dead.
You didn't know a thing about Jesus.
Gambling your Easter eggs in the church parking lot.
I'm telling you, the thought was not there. I mean, we believe in God and all that because we were raised that way.
Yeah, now, Dad, 98% of the country is Muslim, but yet there you are in a Christian church parking lot? Is that right?
Oh, the Armenian church was all Christians.
That sounds like it was dangerous to me.
No, it was fun. That was a norm.
Wow.
Everybody would boil eggs and take it to church.
Didn't those people since it's a predominantly Muslim nation, didn't they want to discriminate against you because you were practicing a different faith?
Oh, yeah, they discriminated against us.
Yeah, they're going to bust in there and smash all your stupid eggs.
They would say the Armenian or Christians go to hell.
Yes.
They're the sweepers of hell. That's exactly what it says.
Wow.
And the hell was called Jahannam.
That's what they called it.
Yeah, that's hell.
Wow. Oh, man. Well, that's...
we were not really liked. But then again, I had a couple of good called Farsi Iranis,
Yeah.
They're my high school buddies.
Yeah.
In fact, this one guy, his parents were wealthier than we were. We didn't have any money, really. He had a very nice-looking top coat, winter coat.
Yeah.
He would lend it to me if I had some event to go to, so I can be warm, and I'd wear it and go back there and give it back to him.
Yeah, when you give it back to him, he's going to stick his hands in the pocket and find some Easter eggs.
No, he didn't mind it. He just took it back.
Did you ever try to invite some of your Farsi friends to your Easter gambling?
No. They had nothing to do with our church.
All right, so I guess that kind of what is Josh is looking for, a favorite Easter memory. You just, you said you didn't have one, but you actually did have one.
My Easter memory was go out there gamble with the eggs. That really was a thing to do. I mean, hey, you go sit in the church, listen to the preacher, and a young kid, you don't pay attention to any of these things.
Right. Oh, my God. Fantastic.
You're there just to honor your mom, because my mom would grab me by my ear and take me to church.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, we got that and that covered. That is excellent. That is excellent. Okay, Dad. Megan has a question. She writes, Meathead, do you have any tips, I guess, to pass the time on long road trips with your spouse and kids? We have a 14-hour drive coming up. So, I mean, she might be looking. You're going to be in a closed car for that long. It's a pretty, could be a pretty eventful time. What advice do you have for Megan, Dad?
I don't know how old the children are.
They're young. They're school-aged.
14, 15 years old, or 13 or 12?
Quite a bit younger than that. Probably, 7, 8, 9 range.
Well, actually, it's a really difficult task nowadays. I'm talking about America right now. This is my country. How I raise my kids and all that. When they're little, the old man will shut up and go to bed.
Yeah, you just scream at them.
Until we get there. But when they get older, it's really a difficult task. I'd say if comic books were good things to have, good comic books.
Yeah, okay, get some comics.
I remember having a comic book.
Yeah.
But then again, in this country, I didn't have. I was not a child. But to bring you guys up, just a toy or two, But then again, where they're in a car, they really can't do a whole lot, except you just got to tolerate their nagging you to death.
Yes, it's horrible. It's
it really is. There's nothing you can do. Or we used to stop the vehicle and let them out of the car.
Right.
And, the parking areas that we can, you stop and let the kids out to go to the bathroom.
Right. Well, what you want to hope for is you want to hope that they leave the car and then just not come back ever.
No. I love my kids. I love you guys.
Okay, Dad. Now, when we were growing up, I think between the 4 boys for all of the years that we traveled, I think we actually only had one comic book between us. So, you'd end up reading it and then you pass it to the next guy and then 15 minutes later, you read the damn thing again. It was absolutely...
No, it wasn't working that way. And the kids looked at the comic book long enough to get tired of it. They just get rid of it. But we really didn't have an issue because all the trips that we took really well. We did take a couple of trips. One of them was your brother got deathly sick.
Oh, yeah.
Had to run him to the hospital.
Yeah, it was always something. Always something going on.
I didn't know what it was. And then the doctor said, we did this and that. We give him the shot and all that. And I start thinking, he gave no shot to that kid. I take him back.
You didn't even give him a shot?
Yeah, you didn't give him a shot.
Well,
and I told him, I said, hey, You told me you give him a shot. You didn't give him a shot. I was with the child all along. That's your brother.
What shot were you hoping to get? That would.
I don't know. I have no clue. But they give him a shot anyway.
He probably just told you that to get you to leave, you know. And then when he brought him back. Yeah. So.
He charged me for it, but he didn't do it.
Hey, I'm taking some notes. A key thing you said earlier when talking about establishing what the kids can do in the back seat, you led it off with "America is my country."
Yeah.
Got it. Yes. I'm just letting you know that I wrote that down. All right. Mitch writes this. Dear Meathead, I am so glad to hear you each week. I hope you and Joanne are doing well.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing you said. Thank you so much. I'm gratefully appreciative.
He says, hi. He says, tell me your experience about the vaccination. How did that go? Any side effects?
Would you believe it? I had none, actually. But I felt that the shoulder was not comfortable.
Yeah.
But you could punch me in the shoulder. It wouldn't have hurt.
Yeah.
We had no issue whatsoever.
Right. Okay, that is incredible.
No, I was not quarantined. I was not doing anything. Just perfect.
Right. Okay.
Of course, I really kept busy. I got a yard size of an acre. You know,
Yeah.
It is an acre.
Well, everybody's just so glad that you had no side effects. Most people experience the same. Of course, sometimes there's weird things that happen, but
I'm so grateful that they asked me for that. I'm appreciative of that.
And
I'm appreciative of that.
And of course,
I'm fine.
We're
both fine.
Making you wait for 15 minutes, make sure that nothing weird happens.
Right.
I just walked out.
You did.
Joanne she just walked right out.
How come? Why did she do that? You're supposed to sit there just in case something bad happens.
Yeah.
In the car.
Yeah. She could die in a car.
She's like, forget it. I don't care. Okay. Dean writes this. Dear Meathead, what back in the drinking days, you need to tell Dean what the favorite beer was. And then he says, did you also have a favorite whiskey or any type of hard liquor that you like to drink back in the day?
Well, the beer was Altus.
No, it wasn't.
And then Bud Light. Altus is the cheapest beer there was. When I could afford beer, I'd buy the Bud Light or Bud.
I vaguely remember Altus. Is that
Altus was a cheaper beer and still is making that somehow or other. I guess they're still making it.
They do?
But
yeah, I think they do. Yeah. Well,
yeah, it was to a point that I drank anything. You know, if I got high enough on the booze, man, there was no limit to it.
Yeah, if I recall, after a certain point, it didn't matter what you were putting in there. It was.
Right. Now, here's the situation. Do you remember the campfire that you've got in your place right now?
Yeah.
You know, the campfire area?
Yeah.
That you light a fire?
Right.
I actually fell in there.
But not at my house.
Not in your house.
Right.
My days
So you fell you were having a campfire.
I was having a campfire and I was really bummed out of my mind. And I had I had a tall stick, heavy duty stick that I used to run with that thing in my hand.
Right.
And I put that in the fire and I jumped that fire.
Right. It was similar to
stick broke.
like a pole vaulter would do that.
Pole vaulting. That's what I couldn't think of the word.
So
I'll tell you, I thought my butt was going to be gone.
Well, yeah. Now I didn't see it, but I've heard the story that like you said, the fact that the branch snapped and you went in the fire. How were you not badly hurt?
I don't know. I got up like hell and ran off of it. That was a lot of fire, man.
Now, weren't you in your underwear when you did that, or am I mixing stories?
Oh, it was in my clothing.
Oh, okay. I thought you took off your clothes to do it too.
No. That was like I did that all the time.
Yeah, I know. You would always take off your damn clothes. It was weird.
No, I mean jump in the fire.
Oh, okay. You did that too. Now, Joanne, she was there to witness this?
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't remember this type of behavior. when
Joanne, that's what she made me quit drinking.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's what happened.
oh, yeah,
Yes, it was. It was part of it.
Oh, well.
she says that was part of it. Holy crap! Now you didn't. I don't remember. You were much more buttoned up when because it was 8 years old when you and my mother separated. Now I do recall moments when you were together, but I don't recall this type of behavior in any way, shape, or form during those first 8 years. You know, I don't remember any of it. There was only one moment that I recalled. No, maybe more than one. I remember when you got in that fist fight with Uncle Peter. And
Yeah.
then I remember,
That was in the house.
yeah, that was right when Uncle Bingo died, and then he said something bad about Uncle Bingo's widow, and he socked you in the face.
Yeah.
That was ugly. And then there was another time you fell down the steps, and so I guess maybe I did see this type of behavior from time to time. It just didn't really. I had to talk about it to bring it out, but I guess this has been a running thing. But I'm so glad that you don't do that anymore. That would be terrible. You wouldn't.
Oh, no.
Hey,
But Joanne says she remembers those things.
you would be dead. You would not be alive for 87 years if you hadn't quit drinking.
You're right. You could be really right.
Oh, yeah.
I could probably die of additional activity with booze.
Oh yeah. If it wouldn't have been like an accident or something. I mean, my God, you're pole vaulting the fire.
Oh, man.
So
I did a lot of things.
oh my God, just fantastic.
There's a lot of things you probably don't even know.
Oh, I'm sure. Did you ever drink hard liquor, Dad?
I did drink scotch.
Scotch. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
All right.
But her and I used to sit on our front porch, our back porch,
Yeah.
in Warren, and have a drink once in a while. you know.
Sure. All right. Well, that's enough of that. Randall has a question. He writes, "Dear Meathead, with the pandemic making public schools mostly virtual in some cases where the kids are taught from home, do you think homeschooling my kid is a good idea? Please embellish. Thanks, Randall."
No, I don't agree with that at all.
You don't-
think that children should go to school, a classroom activity, play with their buddies and girls or whatever. You know, school is totally a different situation. Homeschooling is not the best thing in the world.
Yeah. What's the problem with homeschooling?
Because first of all, the teacher that's in a home, which is a parent, doesn't really have the ability and the knowledge to pass it on. And then the subject in itself, they're not up on it. They don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, so I think the parent kind of like studies the curriculum and the lesson plan so that they can, have an idea what's up, and then they try to teach the kid.
And then the student in school mingling with their buddies and the girls and whatnot. It's a totally different atmosphere for the hours that they're there.
Maybe it's important they keep the social atmosphere there.
It's different.
Yeah, I'm sure that is
totally different, and you cannot really do what the teacher does.
Well, what about the pandemic, though? Doesn't it affect that? I mean, shouldn't we wait until this thing's completely in the rearview mirror, which appears...
Well, that's altogether a different subject. Yes, you should do that.
Yeah,
you should protect your children. I don't know why parents don't think that the kids can get this disease. You can pass it on to them.
Okay, so just so we're clear, with the pandemic going on, if you can keep them home, are you saying keep them home until the pandemic passes?
Definitely.
Okay, gotcha. All right, very good. There you go, Randall. That's for you.
You have to keep them out of exposure to the subject. The exposure is people. People are contaminating each other.
All right, Dad. Very good. I'll leave that one there. Kenny writes this. He says, "Dear Meathead, my friend has a relative that lives with him that's a little bit older, and the guy does not shower. He leaves he leaves awful messes behind after using the toilet, and in general just doesn't seem to understand proper hygiene like hand washing and things like that. What is the best advice you can give my friend as far as what to say to their relative to maybe help them understand the importance of cleaning up after themselves and just taking better care of themselves?
Well, that's really a problematic type of a situation.
Oh, yeah,
because if this guy hasn't done any of that for all his life.
No, he's a slob. He's a complete slob.
If he's a slob, for instance, it's like a 2-year-old children. Yeah. You're trying to tell them go to a potty and wipe yourself.
Oh.
You know.
Yeah, it's awful.
Now, oh man, this is a problem. It's a bad question for me to tolerate.
Yeah, it just seems terrible. It's like hopeless.
Now, if there's 2 bathrooms in that household, you could allocate one bathroom to be dominated by him. He cannot use any other sink or other than the sink that he's allocated to use.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think he's using the sink at all. I think he just doesn't wash his hands or he leaves huge brown messes in and on the toilet.
Well, here's the thing that you might have to do. You might just go to the hardcore situation, which is say, I'm sorry, but we cannot tolerate you not keeping yourself up. You got to be saying it.
Yes, I agree. I agree with that. It sounds like...
And then tell them, if you don't want to do that, we're going to put a sink outside. You can take your hot water out there and wash up over there and shower and bath.
Squirt them with the
hose. I don't
hose.
know what you're going to do with that, but you can't just take them out there and wash them.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Squirt the...
that grosses me out, really, to hear that there's people out there that do that.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that, but there are people like that exist in the world.
Yeah.
It's just a terrible, terrible thing.
I feel for your people that are having this problem.
Oh yeah.
But you gotta harp at them.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Sorry, you're gonna have to learn something that you should have learned when you were age 4.
Right. Yeah, you gotta insult them and say, "Look, what is your problem? How is it you don't know how to take care of your own body?"
You gotta say it.
You have to. It's like
how tell them, hey, and it's my house. What is the relationship to the household?
Kenny says it's his brother-in-law.
Well, then he can't be an old person.
Well, I think Kenny indicated that the guy who is the good guy in this is 50 and the bad guy is 59.
The younger people, if they don't know what keeping themselves clean, that's ridiculous.
I know.
No, you got to come right out and say it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but we cannot tolerate that.
Yeah, you cannot.
If you want to do that, move out.
Yeah, you got to hit the road.
Cut it out right there.
Yes. Clean your butthole. That's what you need to do.
Hey, well, you really got gross now.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what it is. I mean, let's just be honest here. It's just
wash your body. You got to clean up. My God.
Yes, you're going to make yourself sick. How is it that grown adults cannot have this knowledge? I don't understand.
They have the knowledge. They've just been lazy asses growing up, lazy ass.
I mean, that's
family and all that. Nobody taught them anything.
I mean, how can you not have the idea that you're I mean, that's just gross. It's just beyond gross. It's sick.
I thought about this. Some people, if they don't check, they don't think that their body gets dirty. They are dirty, and they're just not going to change. Your body stinks. I hope this guy is listening to this.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, right.
And that's funny you said that because I got out of the shower this morning.
Yeah.
And I started thinking, what if I didn't do it for about 10 days?
Yeah, it would be, hideous. When we used to go to Grayling even, we don't have running water there, but still we would have the ability to
wash up.
Yeah, you can wash the essentials. It's quite simple.
Absolutely. No.
Oh, God.
People that are doing that, they just, I don't know. They're lame. Totally lame people.
Totally lame. I agree with you.
And I don't mean to be ridiculing this person. Maybe he's listening to this. Maybe he's a wonderful person.
He needs this.
Got nothing to do with cleanness and neatness, But I hope you're hearing it, buddy.
Yeah, you got
it. You're filthy as hell, and your family hates your guts for that.
Yeah, it's tough to not have resentment, I'm sure. Yeah.
If you were my brother, I'd kick you in the ass and throw you out.
Oh, that is-
Pardon me, I'm using words that I never use on
well,
the show.
hey, you're fired up. You're fired up, man. There's nothing
I'm
wrong with
hot when
that.
I hear the dirtiest crap, you know.
Yeah, you got to clean yourself up. It's just disgusting. That's a horrible thing.
Especially when I just got out of the shower.
Yeah, I know it. Thank God you did. All right, Dad. Well, again, it's always a pleasure. You guys are the best. I got several audience members. I just recently started selling T-shirts again, and they've been buying the T-shirts with your face on it.
Oh, my God. You know something? You brought a subject that I got to touch. You gave me a T-shirt with that scenario on my face and all that.
Yeah.
I have never put it on me
Never.
because I adore that shirt.
Oh, that's
and I
awesome.
wanted to stay healthier than hell. And you eventually pass it on to one of my kids or whoever. I'm telling you, that has gotten to be a momentum in my life.
Well, Dad,
thank you.
You can wear it, and then I'll just send you another one when it wears
No,
out. I've got tons of them.
Not going to be touched.
Oh, well, okay. All right. Well, at any rate, you can always just get a fresh one anytime you want.
Thank you so much, honey.
Okay. All right, guys. I love you very much, okay?
Love you too. Give our love, best of our love to your family, and love them the way you love your audience, the way you love me. And, hey, enjoy the day.
Okay. Really good. I'll talk to you guys very soon, okay?
Thanks for touching the base with me.
Okay, Dad. See you, Joanne.
Goodbye, audience. I love you all.
Okay, see you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye. There you go. Oh, boy. A lot going on there. Thanks, guys, for the questions, getting me through that. That was fun. I love how Josh started with, you have any favorite Easter memories? No. And then he, has a great Easter memory of that a Christian tradition in the country of Iran where you gamble your Easter eggs, for God's sake. Just incredible. So special. Those stories that come out of him like that, like in particular the one with the Easter eggs, that just happened to pop while he was talking. And I doubt if he has ever told that story to anyone ever. You're probably thinking that that's a memory that's probably at 77 years old, but I'm guessing he's 10 years old at the time. And he's probably never told anybody that. Why would he? So then it just comes out there. Joanne, I know for a fact, when he's talking with us and he tells these stories from his history, she's hearing this shit for the first time. And I know I am. So that's just really cool. Thank you so much. Dear Meathead. Happens every Wednesday at about this time. If you ever have a question for Dad, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. You never know where that segment is going to go. But it never lets me down. It always just kind of, just funny. Damn it. And when he's going crazy about the so-called brother-in-law, oh my God. He's right, though. It's almost like you have to walk up and say, look, we need to have some serious long form, not just passing in the hallway conversation about the cleanliness of your body. Okay? Seriously, we need to break this down. I need to stress to you how important it is for the other people in this household to know that your asshole does not have shit leavings on it. My God. Kenny writes, and it all came together in 25 minutes prior to the call. You only had one question. It always seems to come together. You're absolutely right, Kenny. You're absolutely right. Okay. Thanks again. Okay, where are we now? Let's see. Email of the day. Do I have an email of the day? Not quite yet. Sometimes we get them during the show. But if not, just know that if you send it along, you too can be the email of the day, brought to you by Forever Law in West Michigan. Online at foreverlawn.com/WMI. Emailer Tim writes this. referring to my 3 green pasta recipe that was awesome, which started out with a near disaster. Well, it was a disaster, but because I'm great, I was able to recover from that. Stupid ass, who is a huge Michigan fan, by the way. He must be so... I'm surprised that Walmart Wolverine here is even able to show up at work because, I don't root for anybody. I root for stories. And UCLA, that's an amazing story. Holy shit. I would have loved to have seen Michigan win just because, people get but that's a great story that they did upset Michigan, but I still would have liked Michigan to win that game. Walmart Wolverine Tim. I don't know how this idiot even made it to work because typically Wolverine fans, they are a very sensitive bunch. The typical Michigan Wolverine fan, he's into red MAGA hats. He's into kidnapping Whitmer. He's into storming the Capitol. Shit like that. And a very, very sensitive soul. You can't say anything about the beloved Wolverines to this brand of dick. Okay? And then when the Wolverines fuck up, which they did, it was horrible yesterday. Typically, these pussies sit there and go, oh my God, it's terrible. Sit there and cry like the bitches they all are. All right? So I'm surprised that Tim here even has the ability to go to work today. All right? He's such a Walmart Wolverine that his email signature, it says E, and then it's one of the Michigan M's. It's the yellow Michigan M. E, mailer, T-I, with the Michigan M for Tim. That's how wrapped up he is in the stupid team. He writes, hey, Zane, I want to make sure I get your recipe correct. 1, grab a bunch of crap nobody likes. 2, cook it. 3, starve your family for 20 hours. 4, serve them that crap. 5, success. Good one. Shut up. This is what happens when no one emails in with the email of the day. We have to turn to that disaster that was. Eric at ericzaneshow.com if you have anything else that you would like to add. All right. Let's talk about Maine's new potential, a new way to be laid to rest. Right now, I can think of you pass away, you have the visitation, you have the funeral, you dig the hole in the ground, you lower the casket, that's it. Or cremation, you get the urn, you either bury the urn or you keep the urn. I don't know about you, but we are both urn keepers and urn barriers. We used to have the urn of my father-in-law, that's the NFK's dad, the urn of his wife, my mother-in-law, and we ended up burying those in a veteran cemetery in Holly, Michigan. Some of you know exactly where this is. So there was that. When the other half of the Doobie Brothers, the NFK's brother, passed, we got the urn for that. It's still in a box somewhere. Like, I think we should bury that. No, we're going to hang on to it. I'm like, and then you got pet urns. We've got pet urns everywhere. I have a whole wall of pet urns. I have Fencer, Buddy Bobcat Face, Daisy Doo, Lucy Lou. Who else? Wait a minute. Fencer, Buddy Bobcat Face, Daisy, Lucy. I think that's it. Okay, but this isn't about pets. This is about humans. The state of Maine is working to make it legal to have a funeral pyre. Wasn't that in a Doors song? Our love becomes a funeral pyre, which, if you think about it, the words of that's pretty fucked up. Our love becomes a funeral pyre. Well, I don't know. He's just saying that it's burning, but it's burning a body. So I don't know if you'd want your love to become a funeral pyre, also known as a Viking style funeral. State of Maine, where if this is going to happen in any state, it's going to be in a state like Maine, where, you got a lot of badass people that walk around. It's always freaking cold up there. It's just Maine is a kick-ass place to live. If you live in Maine, you are involved in kick-ass things at one point in your life or another, or all the damn time. And if this is absolutely something that I predict Patriot Nick would want to do if they make it legal. If this goes the way some legislators want it to go, they want you to be able to have the ability on, if it's 20 acres of land, to set up a wood pile and take your body and throw it on the wood pile and light a match and just burn it right there. Oh my God. Darth Vader. That's how Darth Vader went up in flames. Even better, you've seen it depicted in film. I think it was Lord of the Rings, when they took the body of who was it? I forget who it was in Lord of the Rings. One of the good guys. They put him on a boat and then pushed him out into the lake, and then Legolas, I think it was Legolas, dropped the flaming arrow right into it. And goes up in flames, burns to nothing, and then the remains sink to the bottom of the water. Oh, God. That I think, needs to happen. But, that might be a little weird. That isn't on the agenda. What they're planning is just 20 acres of land, burn your body right there, and then take the ashes and do what you will with the ashes. I can't see there being a funeral pyre on water, and then because you picture that the boat is eventually going to become sink, and then the fire is going to extinguish when the body's only like half burned, and then 6 months later some kid's going swimming, and all of a sudden he comes up from the water and he's got a foot in his mouth. Definitely something we can't have happen. But how badass would that be to have a funeral pyre taking care of your funeral? Taking care of how this goes. So the state of Maine, they're looking to revive this. I don't think it's ever actually been done, but this would be a first. Now, why? I don't know. I don't know why that they're actually looking to do it. But according to the Portland Press, reports of a new proposal that was recently introduced in the Maine Legislative Assembly that may legalize this method. As of now, Colorado remains the only state where you can officially be cremated in this manner. All right. It says here, Colorado is going to record a record number of funeral services in the coming decades. However, doing it this way, this particular bill goes all the way back to the hard work of what's known as Good Ground Great Beyond. It's an undertaker service. An undertaker service that undertaker service organization. I don't know what just happened there. That performs unorthodox funerals, including open air ones on the property that they own in the state. If the bill is passed, then any nonprofit organization with at least 20 acres of land to their name may be allowed to hold a Viking-style funeral service. I wouldn't like seeing this. If I was at a Viking-style funeral and, you're gathered around the big pile of wood, and then they bring out the body and just body slam them on top of it and then light them up, you're actually going to see the body go up in flames. You're going to see like the eyes get burnt out and see the silhouette of a skull as all the skin melts off the fucking thing. I don't know if I'd like that. I think I would be pretty grossed out and traumatized if I saw that. It's bad enough at a funeral when you look at somebody who, the mortician does their best, but the people always look like shit. It's always the worst thing in the world. My God. So, all right, there you go. I'm guessing that old Nick in Portland, Maine would just love that. Dean Root says, put me through a wood chipper. Okay. They wrap the body in layers of cloth, says Stevie. When I was describing it, Kate says, terrifying. Oh, my God, stop it. I'm traumatized now. It's for the environment. Embalming is terrible for the earth. They are exploring other options. Embalming's terrible for the earth? How? I mean, if you embalm the body, you put it into a casket, you put it into a vault, you lower it into the ground. How's that going to... I don't know. It sounds like she knows more than I do. Dirk says, it'd be awesome when the skull washes ashore. Amanda says, I thought it was spelled Pyre. I think you're right on that. Patriot Nick said Pier. I think that was a mistake. Imagine that, Nick. You making a mistake. Nick says he's down. No, man. Forget that, man. Chemicals leak everywhere from the body. I've heard about exploding corpses. Ugh. All right, Mother Earth. God bless her. Yeah, but that can't be good if you're lighting a fire. Can you imagine if everybody's lighting a fire, all the emissions from the body, right? I don't know. Who knows? 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Who cares? Okay, I'm looking to promote more businesses on the podcast, as we have a ton already, but there's always room for more. That helps keep the podcast going. Without the sponsors, the podcast is no more. We'll do it for as long as we can. I'd love you to be part of it. If you are interested, reach out, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. And I can tell you how it works. There's no obligation on your part. Just send an email, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. Thank you, TC Paintball. Rick from TC Paintball wants to remind you that Wednesdays are the days for the drop-in kids, okay? What you do is you show up to TC Paintball starting at 5 p.m. on Wednesdays, all right? Especially with, like, spring break coming, and you're looking for something to do for the kids. Rick at TC Paintball says, show up at TC Paintball for the Little League on Wednesdays. 8 to 12-year-olds using low-impact equipment, okay? Book a party with the neighborhood kids. Head on over to TC Paintball. They're going to love you. You're going to be the cool parent. Oh, my God. And affordable family fun, too. Bring the whole family. You get a gun, too. For the older kids up to 18 years old, the Teen League, okay, using traditional equipment. Check-in starts at 5 p.m. on Wednesdays. And, of course, play starts at 5:30. Rick hosts it all. You have tournament play. It's just a fun, great time. For a lot of these kids that play too many video games, you know, you got parents complaining about, oh, man, you just too many damn video games. This is going to get them up, moving, breathing fresh air. The heart and lungs get working a little bit as they run around, do their thing. And then it's better than a video game because it's, you know, like a first-person shooter. It's just so much fun. They're going to love this, okay? And if you're thinking, yeah, but I don't want my kid to get a welt. Okay, what you're doing there is you're making a pussy kid, okay? You need to be like the tarantula farmer's kids. His kids are all school-aged. And he's like, yeah, they play the high-impact gear. Bo, my young spirit animal, he loves the welt. Hey, Zane! Zane, look at this one! Hey, Zane, look out! He's in the big Dorito! Lay some fire down, Zane! So quit making pussy kids and let them get out there and get welted up at TC Paintball. All right? We got a paintball war tentatively set for Sunday, May 16th. It's a little ways off, but still, we're talking about it now. Eric Zane Show Podcast Paintball War number 14, Sunday, May 16th, starting at 5 p.m. Thank you, TC Paintball. All right. All right. I've got another sponsor who wants to help you launch your own podcast. This is something you've always wanted to do. You can do it like on your own, just figuring it out. Or you can save a lot of time and energy and gain a lot of knowledge in the process about how to do it right if you call upon my friends at Hey Guys Media Group. They went through all the steps themselves and learned how to podcast. They made all the mistakes, and they know what to avoid, and they know what to do. And so what they're going to do is you're going to pay them. And over the course of your first 4 episodes of your content, they're going to show you everything you need to know about editing, recording, sound, posting to a online platform to make it available on all of the podcast outlets, to make it available on social media, how to promote it, who to talk to, do's and don'ts, things like that. And then after those 4 podcasts are published, you have all of the knowledge you need to do your own podcast. HeyGuysMediaGroup.com. Sign up now, save 50% on the service. Okay? So this isn't like pay it, and then they're like, oh, you got to pay us more and more and more. No, you pay the one thing, and then that's it. They're going to set you up with all you need to know and help you publish those first 4 episodes, critique you. And if you want to take it a step further, which is good because they have good ears for content. What I mean by that is they know what sucks. So they listen to it and they're going to go, okay, why did you do that? It's like a program director, but minus the asshole-ish tendencies. Okay. So they're going to go listen to your podcast and go, okay, this is shitty and this is good. Keep doing the good things and stop doing the shitty things. That's called consulting and coaching. They do that too. That's going to cost you more. HeyGuysMediaGroup.com. We are looking for nominees for Asshole of the Day today. All right. Based on what we've talked about, maybe something going on in the news that I haven't talked about. It can be that too. It can be somebody in the comments who's bitching and moaning, trying to make things cater to them. Hey, it's all about me. Could be that. That's happened. Could be a dog. If a dog takes a dump in here, whatever. In this next story, I bet you guys... No, I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to let you listen to it. Just a little bit of background, and they'll cover it here in the story, but I'm just going to give you a heads up as we get into it. It's a news story from Wood TV 8, and there's I guess a county commissioner in Muskegon County who the locals, constituents, don't like him, some of them, because he posts snarky conservative memes online, taking trolling shots at Black Lives Matter and people who are on the left. Okay? He's that guy. He's Jim Brady. He's Tom from Gun Lake. He's Doug Lemon. I take it back. I like Doug Lemon. He's not Jim Brady. He's not Tom from Gun Lake. Forget that I even said that. He's Doug Lemon. He's Boring Dean, who posts those smart ass memes that go, yeah, aha, way to go. Which, I don't dislike Doug Lemon or Boring Dean for posting those things at all. I don't care about that. I just go shrug, big deal. Come on, let's all play together nicely. That's my response. I don't want to post anything about anybody, guy. Come on, guy. Some of you guys sit there and you post shit. Oh, look at his butt. There was one I saw it was funny though. Somebody posted one of Biden falling down the fucking steps. Now that was actually pretty funny. Okay, some of those are funny. Most aren't, and they're just there to annoy people. I would just take that for what it's worth. Does that mean Boring Dean is a racist? Does that mean that Doug Lemon is a racist? Of course not. What are you, a fucking dumbass? What asshole would think that? In my opinion, a troll like that is just that, a troll. Anybody who says someone's a racist over those is an asshole. That is where I stand. This Muskegon County official is a troll, and the locals say he's a racist and they want him fired.
First at 11 calls for a Muskegon County Commissioner's resignation after social media posts that some say are racist. Community members and fellow commissioners voiced their concerns at a meeting tonight.
News 8's Jacqueline Francis listened in on that meeting and spoke with a commissioner new tonight, and Jacqueline's in studio.
Jacqueline Francis.
Ryan and Sue, Commissioner Zach Laring and his supporters say the posts are not racist. Others disagree. Well, the board chairman tells me no matter how you see it, being offensive can't get you booted from office. Slouched in front of the American flag as more than 100 community members waited.
I don't know why she's saying slouched in front of the American flag. He's just sitting there. So that's, it just sounded weird. I don't know. I'm wondering what she's up to when she describes him as slouching in front of the American flag. His backdrop has flag with a cowboy on it, okay? It's like the Marlboro Man on the back of a horse is right behind this guy.
Slouched in front of the American flag as more than 100 community members waited in the queue.
We cannot have a county commissioner or political leader promoting racism or denying its existence.
Commissioner Zach Laring sat and listened as his colleagues and constituents called for his resignation. Roughly half those calling into the Muskegon County Commission meeting raising concerns about Laring's behavior on social media.
Okay, so he's posted a meme that says, everybody knows it's a BLM meme, and he's taking BLM and saying it stands for Bowling Lives Matter. And there's like bowling pins on it. It's stupid, whatever. He said there's another one of him saying something like, I don't feel bad about my whiteness or something like that. That's probably the most suspect of all of the things he posted.
Accusing the commissioner of posting racist comments to his personal Facebook page. This post seeming to take aim at the Black Lives Matter movement. Just one example.
I think that one just really got me. It really got me. Because it's like, you know what you're doing, and you know you can do it, so you won't stop.
Destiny Keener was one of the callers calling for Laring's immediate resignation.
I am the mother of 3 black...
See, that's bullshit. You know, I don't think that you can be in the business of just saying, hey, if he doesn't support Black Lives Matter, if he says it means bowling lives matter, you got to resign. Well, you know what? Not everybody agrees with everybody. Just like you don't agree with a lot of the things he supports, him not agreeing with your movement, tough shit. I mean, I can't say one way or the other how I feel about that. But if he does choose to say that on his own personal page, I don't think you have a leg to stand on. Nobody can just tell somebody that they can't have a job because they don't agree with a movement. Come on. And let's be honest, that movement has gotten to a level where it's moved more away from what originally started to what it is now. It's different now than what it was 1 year ago. So bullshit. I don't agree with that at all.
And the wife of a black husband. And the fear is very real. Every single time that they step outside of our house, that they may not return. And that is compacted
That's got nothing to do with that guy's meme he posted.
By having a commissioner who shares such racist ideology on his social media page.
While many spoke against the commissioner, others came to his defense. The board chairman surprised to see the 60-40 split.
It might have been 60-40, 60 against Mr. Laring, 40 supporting Mr. Laring. It should have been 90-10. But it was.
I'm not sure what he's saying there because he said it was 60-40 against. Is that what he said? Hold on a second. Let me listen to what this guy says again.
And 60-40, 60 against.
Defense. The board chairman surprised to see the 60-40 split.
It might have been 60-40, 60 against Mr. Laring, 40 supporting Mr. Laring. It should have been 90-10. But
is he saying it should have been 90-10 in support? He didn't indicate.
Wasn't.
Those backing the Republican commissioner defended Laring's character, saying he's not a racist. It's just his sense of humor. On the phone tonight,
I believe that.
We asked Laring if he has any plans to resign or at the very least apologize to those offended.
This is great.
No, I don't believe I posted any racist comments, so I think that they're a bunch of snowflakes.
Without a resignation, the board chairman said...
Look, some of you are like, Zane, I thought you were... Dude, I take this on a case-by-case basis. If something I think is really racist, you know I'm going to call that shit out, okay? I don't fly by any one side. I listen, I try to pay attention. form an opinion, and then go with it. I don't think there's any way this guy, his memes, when I see those things, do they annoy me? Absolutely. Do I think you're kind of a cock if you're taking shots like that? Yeah, kind of. I think it's kind of a dickheaded thing to do, and I'll say that to any one of you guys who do that shit. I think that's bullshit. I would never do that. For either way, I just don't. I'd rather troll you about something else. Okay, like COVID. That I will. But this, I don't know. I just kind of stay away from that. So to me, it's a special kind of jerk that would do that. But I'm not going to step on you for your right to do that, nor do I think anything should happen to anyone who does. Just like this guy.
I believe I posted any racist comments, so I think that they're a bunch of snowflakes.
Without a resignation, the board chairman says there's little to nothing that can be done to remove or reprimand the commissioner.
I can't remove them. There's no mechanism for doing that. Just because you say something or do something that people find offensive, you can't remove somebody for that. We're elected.
There you go.
After taking the matter up with the county attorney, the board chairman says the governor is the only one with the authority to remove a sitting elected official from office and only has the power to do so under certain circumstances, like if the official were to commit a felony. Reporting in studio, Jacqueline Francis, News 8.
All right, so that's it. Nothing's going to happen, and nothing should happen. If I can leave this guy alone, if he wants to say that shit, you know what is a bad thing to do? Dum-dums. Acknowledge it. David Lee Roth said in the song Stay Frosty, which was on, what was the name of that album? Most recent one before Eddie died. He said if you don't, how do you say it? You don't want them to get your goat. Don't show them where it's hid. Let it go. Let this guy be an asshole. If he wants to be an asshole, let him be an asshole. Okay, and then this guy said, "There's nothing I can do. He's an elected official. We can't just take someone's stupid meme that they post on their Facebook page or private Facebook page and say you can't be an elected official." Though, can you imagine though if how crazy the patriots that live around me, how pissed off they would be if Whitmer marched into town and grabbed this guy out of office by his collar and said, "Get the hell out of here. I've decided that you can't do this anymore." The people would go crazy, man. They'd be plotting another kidnapping in minutes. All these crazy people that live around me, my God. All right, there you go. That's how I feel about that. Now you shouldn't be taken out of office. Give me a break. That's the one, a different kind of truth. Thank you, Adam. Stay frosty. Stay frosty now. Stay frosty. Okay. You guys want me to sing that karaoke? We had another karaoke sing-along, which was absolutely incredible yesterday on the Patreon. Holy crap. Just amazing. I sang Disturbed's rendition of Sound of Silence. Oh, my God. I hit every note. It was just as intense as the original. You ever be driving around late at night and you turn on Coast to Coast AM and George Norrie busts out the Disturbed song? Is that Disturbed? Yes. That's what I said, right? I thought it was Five Finger Death Punch. I might have said that earlier on yesterday's show. But no, it's not. It's Disturbed. So good. I love that song so much. And then the Psycho Magician requested that I bust out Jukebox Hero karaoke. Oh, my God. Just some epic butt rock karaoke. You'd have loved it. Okay, and I haven't yet gotten a YouTube ticket for that. I don't think. Occasionally, because I did it the last time, and I did, in fact, get a YouTube ticket for it. Kenny in Nashville just loved it. He said that he had such a good time listening to it. It's his favorite thing. He said he's going to give me actually more money on Patreon because of it. Okay. We're going to finish up with the story about this dog that I love. Quick, very, very quick way. This dog took his own adoption into his own hands. This is what this dog did because the people were lining up to adopt this dog after this happened. I'll get to that in a second. Patreon, I just mentioned it, Eric Zane Show. You can just check me out, patreon.com/Eric Zane on Patreon. Just $5 or $10 a month. $5 a month, get you the audio podcast. $10 a month, get you the audio along with the video and the live streams. I have tons of content up there. When I get done with this podcast every day, I have the follow-up accompaniment Patreon bonus podcast. It's like an extension of this one, but no ads, go another 30, 40 minutes, a little bit more interaction with the audience, fun stuff like that. If there's a secret in the family that I need the anonymity or like I need to have to be behind the paywall, I'll reveal it to you first on Patreon until I get the knowledge that I'm safe, with the exception of the story about the NFK that I swore I would not talk about. That's all at patreon.com/Eric Zane. Hang on, I got a call. Oh, boy. All right. If you are in West Michigan, please call upon Irvine's Auto Repair Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV to get your vehicle repaired. Top-notch service, certified mechanics, constantly improving their knowledge base with refresher courses on whatever it is. Put it this way, when the dealerships get in trouble, they call upon Irvine's to repair it. Maybe not like for the regular vehicles, but for sure the hybrids and the EVs. They are the best. 616-532-6600. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. If you're getting set to head out the door for spring break, and when you go, will you please be safe? Okay? Sure, go out on the trip, but still be socially distant, even in some of these backwater idiot states that are like, everything's open. Wear the mask, follow the rules, please. I want you safe. This still can kill you, all right? It's still a thing. Get your vehicles checked at Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid. 616-532-6600. I'm not saying don't travel. Of course you could travel. Yes, you can travel. Go travel. Just be smart about it. Don't be an idiot. All right? Gift of Life Michigan. Thank you for giving me the chance, Gift of Life Michigan, to talk about your initiatives. This is the very last day of National Kidney Month. Okay? I've partnered with Gift of Life Michigan, trying to convince as many people I can within the sound of my voice to click on their logo at ericzaneshow.com. That takes you right to my own page. And that page includes a link to the Gift of Life organ donation registry in the state of Michigan. Okay, anybody can do this because if you fill it out, you're still registered with organ donation. People will see that. And then in the unlikely event something untimely happens to you, your organs can get harvested and save the lives of up to 8 people. Think about that. Absolutely incredible. You can't take it with you. You're just going to be at a Viking funeral anyway. They're just going to light it on fire. You're going to be up in heaven, pearly gates, Rainbow Bridge, the whole deal, seeing the loved ones looking down, say, oh my God, my organs saved 8 lives. That's incredible. Please consider that. All right. Gift of Life Michigan, thank you for being part of the show. April, I believe, is National Living Donor Month or something to that effect. I might be wording that wrong. But now living donor is a little bit more tricky. It's a bigger ask. What I'm asking you to do when you're dead, give away your organs. Who the hell wouldn't want to do that? Okay. Living donor, though. Oh, boy. Not exactly the thing where you say, hey, go ahead and, give away your kidney or go ahead and give away a hunk of your liver. What the hell? What's wrong with you? How come you're not doing this? That's not the approach that's going to get you anywhere. The idea is, in the event there's someone thinking about it, you make available to them resources so that the person who's interested might consider it taking a step further. My suggestion is, if you are thinking about that, just get tested. That doesn't take you anything more than 30 minutes of your time and 2 or 3 vials of blood. That doesn't mean you're giving away your kidney or a portion of your liver, okay? But what that does mean is they're determining your compatibility, okay? And that might lead you to the next step, all right? And by the way, if you are going down the road of thinking about living donation, you have every opportunity to quit at any time, no questions asked, obviously. It's not like once you say, well, I'm going to do it, you're like signing a contract and you have to do it. When I was on the operating table, minutes away from my kidney donation, before they put me under with this great mixture of whatever drugs that made me feel intoxicated, which I hadn't felt in 25 years, that was crazy to me. I'll never forget. I'm laying there, and when the guy put the plunger down, these curtains started to like shimmer and move, but they weren't. I was hallucinating. And I was like, whoa, wow. It was in like 1, 2, 3 seconds after they put the medicine in. And again, I've never been under the knife. It was crazy. But Doc goes, okay, I'm going to run this all by you. Are you sure you want to do this? This is it right now. If you tell me no, you go home. That's it. And there's no questions asked. Nobody can. You can just get up and walk out. They're not going to interview you. You can just walk right out of here right now. Is that what you want to do? Do you want to go through with this? Yes. Will you sign this? They're like recording you when it happens. Yes. I sign it. I consent. Boom. So that's basically part of that process. All right. I know that was long, but I love talking about that. If you're ever even considering that, just ask me. And I'll walk you through it, but I'll point you in the right direction. I've got a master's degree in living organ donation. Okay, so if you're walking into a dollar store and you see a puppy dog, looks like some type of lab mix dog. He looks like a ginger snap. Okay, he's like the same color as Benny the One-Eyed Wonder Dog. In fact, he kind of looks a little bit like Benny the One-Eyed Wonder Dog. Same color, except he doesn't have one eye. And you know what else he doesn't have? He doesn't have a song.
He's Benny the Wonder Dog. Benny the Wonder Dog. Benny the One-Eyed Wonder Dog.
Yeah. Benny the One-Eyed Dog. Benny the One-Eyed Dog. Benny the One-Eyed Wonder Dog.
Don't you want him? Stupid fucking hippie. Take a shower, hippie. Smelly shit, hippie. Dirty fucking hippie.
Ginger snap. Adorable little lab ears. Maybe like, I'm guessing some type of like a pit bull retriever mix. He's got a white chest, but the rest of him is like light brown, cinnamony type of appearance, brown eyes. Cute. This doesn't look like one of those jacked city pit bull mixed dogs, okay? It looks like it was someone's pet. It looks so good. And clean teeth, smiling all over the place. Some dollar store in North Carolina, the Dollar General in North Carolina, there's probably like 1,000 of those. And about 80 miles outside of Raleigh, North Carolina. People walking in, the door opens up. Dog goes walking into the dollar store, goes walk into the toy aisle, sees this purple unicorn, and grabs it and starts running out of the store. He's got his baby. He's taking off with it. He went straight for the unicorn, the same one every time, says Joe Newbern, a supervisor at the Duplin County Animal Services. It was so strange. One of the strangest calls I've ever dealt with, Newbern adds. So they shoo the dog away. Some other idiot comes walking into the store. I don't know why they're an idiot. The door opens up. Dog runs right back in, goes back to where the unicorn is, grabs the unicorn, tries to get out of the store. Now what are you doing? Get out of here. Workers at the Kenansville store told animal control officers that they caught the lab mix darting into the dollar every time the customer exited. Each time the dog made it in, he went to grab the same plush purple unicorn. Finally, they had to lock the door, and they called us. Animal Service says. Cute dog. God, do I love this dog. There he is, a picture with his baby. Just adorable. Samantha Lane, the officer who responded to the Dollar General Store's call, was so taken with the dog's devotion to the unicorn that she bought the toy and gave it to the dog. And the dog's like, oh, thanks. This is great. According to Newbern, the dog was happy to head off with Lane once he had his beloved stuffed animal. So this dog's like, oh, you're my friend forever. I'm going to come live with you. Man, I would have taken this dog right away. Even if I was on vacation and this happened, and I'm going to do the old screen share with you here to give you an idea of how adorable this dog is. Tell me you wouldn't have done the same thing. Holy crap. Look at the smile on this guy. Oh, my God. Look at him. He's grinning from ear to ear. Look at, here's a pic of him with the stupid unicorn and these three ladies like, oh, yeah, this is great. Look at. Oh, my God. Now, that's a good-looking dog. I love that dog so much. He's freaking smiling. Oh, my God. Look at it. This one, he's nuzzling with it. Okay. The only thing we could think is that he came from a home where he had a similar stuffed animal or kids in the home did. But how did he, he's like figured it out. He figured out where to go. How is this? This is crazy. Lane brought the dog to the Duplin County Animal Services shelter where workers named him, how do I say it? Sisu? SISU, after the dragon cartoon character in Disney's new film Raya and the Last Dragon. All right, so that's what they named the damn dog, Sisu. I hope I'm saying that right. But still the dog doesn't have a home, but this is the type of story that you see if you're this dog, this is a smart thing. You've done something amazing because that's all it takes. Once a story goes viral like this, you could have the shittiest looking dog in America. And as soon as the story goes viral, everybody wants that dog, with the one exception in the world, and that would be Benny, the one-eyed wonder dog. Because when I brought Benny into the house, there wasn't a person on the planet who wanted that dog. I would bring him in here and hoping that one of you guys would say, hey, I'll adopt that dog. I think there was one maybe who was interested, but then that fell off. Nobody wanted a malnourished, heartworm-positive dog with one eye with issues, okay? Nobody wanted Benny. Everybody wanted Sisu because this dog is just, he doesn't look like shit in any way, shape, or form. Typically, though, you can take a dog that looks like garbage, and everybody is going to come out of the woodwork wanting to adopt the damn dog. So, sure enough, shortly after Sisu arrived, the shelter posted a picture and his unicorn, his baby, on the Facebook page. And it said, this is what happens when you break into the Dollar General store consistently to steal the purple unicorn that you laid claim to, but then animal control called to lock you up for your B&E and larceny, but the officer purchases your item for you and brings it in with you. Might want to shorten that sentence up. Sisu is currently considered a stray intake. Newbern says the shelters received numerous calls from people interested in giving Sisu and his beloved unicorn a forever home. And it looks like it's time for the pair to pack their bags because according to Friday's Facebook post from the Animal Services organization, the dog will be moving out of the shelter soon. They have an adopter. Well, there you go. All's well that ends well. I'm happy. Is there anything worse, son of a bitch, than TV commercial about dogs that don't have homes? Oh, my God. I can't. I'm just really, really triggered by that. I can't handle it. I can't see dog with sad, distressed look on his face behind chain link fence and just looks rough. I just can't do it. It's just not happening. Hell, even on this show, if there's a story about a dog that something bad happened to it, the end result was the dog is fine and the dog's okay. I can't even read the story. I just can't do it. It's just so bad. Oh, God. Real problem. Oh, I hate it. All right. Asshole of the Day nominees. Asshole of the Day brought to you by TC Paintball and JM Synthetics. JM Synthetics, distributor of Amsoil products. TC Paintball, that's where you go for fun. Wednesdays, Kids Day. Little League with and then the teen events. Affordable family fun. TC Paintball. Yesterday, it was Baylor head basketball coach Kim Mulkey with one of the stupider things I've ever heard said. Yeah, now that we have the Final Four for the ladies and the men, there shouldn't be any COVID testing because it would be a bummer if the player was sick and couldn't play basketball. I don't even need to. If I have to explain to any of you why that's the dumbest fucking thing in the world, you're a dipshit, okay? Plain and simple. You are dumb as fuck. All right. Asshole of the Day. What are we looking at here today? Me for the latest recipe debacle. Maybe, maybe not. I don't think there was anything basketball related that warranted any nomination for Asshole of the Day. The NFK, I don't know if he can help it because his brain's kind of whacked. So I don't know if I can even consider the NFK as Asshole of the Day for having feet like a fish and general impatience with people that he doesn't know. Muskegon County official for asshole memes, possible. Also, the people who thought he should be fired or taken off of the county commission. I think that could be an Asshole of the Day. That's all I got. What are you thinking of on your end? Tio says, Asshole of the Day. Whoever named that dog Sisu. Stevie says, change hippie in the stupid fucking hippie song to stupid fucking Kevin. Take a shower, Kevin. So are you suggesting it would be
stupid fucking hippie?
Kevin.
Take a shower,
Kevin.
Smelly shit,
Kevin.
Dirty fucking
Kevin. Gunner needs to come back again. Oh, you're not kidding. Asshole of the Day, cancel culture? No. Why would I do that, Kenny? Some cancel culture is good, you dummy. We've covered that. Some of that is important. Some of it is necessary. Pain in the ass, Dirk. Backwater idiot states like Texas where numbers have dropped since being opened. Right. That's exactly what I'm saying. You're the guy I'm talking about. Asshole of the Day, unjustified cancelers. Little wordy, Nick. I don't know about that. All right, I guess I'm going to have to do this. Figure this out. I am going to go with, because he probably is assholish in his intent, I would say. It is assholish to post those memes. So no, he should not lose his job. No, that is not racist. But you are the asshole of the day. Muskegon County Commissioner. How do you spell commissioner? I think it's one M. I don't know. Muskegon County Commissioner is getting your asshole of the day. You don't like it? Make your own board and do it at your house. There you go. Check the email one final time. See if anybody has anything for us for email of the day. The NFK says, Nick says, regarding the NFK, you got to bite the bullet. NFK's health far outweighs your comfort level in the household. Don't get me wrong. I know it will be a uncomfortable conversation, but it will increase his life tenfold by taking better care of himself. And on the plus side, we will have NFK stories for the continuing future. So the suggestion is being made that, I don't know. I'm not just gonna. I need to. I need to think about that. There's just a lot at work there. I don't know if I'm ready for that. Maybe one day it'll be to that point. But I got to think about that. I just have to. Holy crap. All right, that is going to do it, folks. I appreciate you so much, as always. Though most of you are wrong because you don't think like me, it's too bad. I wish you would. That's the Eric Zane Show podcast. The freebie, the Patreon bonus happens a little later on. I would love you to be part of it. If you think what I'm doing is like, you know what? Zane is busting his ass every day trying to give us free content. If you think that's worth $5 or $10 a month, I don't even care if you don't listen to the damn thing. Your support on the Patreon keeps the wheels turning. The second that goes away, well, then that means I got to go away too. But there you go, folks. Hope you enjoy it. We'll talk to you a little bit later on with the Patreon bonus. Till next time, bye-bye.